guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, the 2022 duck count has finally been released. It's been released for about a week or so. It was released by the U.S. Fish and Game. I'm quite sure that many of you have probably seen this already on other social media platforms, Facebook, that kind of thing. Delta Waterfowl is reporting it, Ducks Unlimited is reporting it, and so forth. But I thought I would come out here today, do a little report myself. The last spring, the 2022 spring, we had a really good year up in the nesting area. There was lots of water. Last winter, we had lots of snow, lots of ice, a lot of water, which all across the Canadian provinces has been either good to excellent as far as nesting conditions. Make sure you understand that. Nesting conditions. Now, with that in mind, we also have to remember that the year prior to that, we were in a drought in the prairie pothole region and pretty much across the Canadian provinces. So we didn't have a very good success rate as far as nesting. So my prediction this year is going to be about the same as last year. Even though we had a bit better nesting conditions, I think there were more birds hatched. But I think as far as the migration down, I think we're going to see something pretty much like we did last year. And I'm pretty much talking about the Central and Mississippi Flyway. Atlantic Flyway is a little bit different. We've had low numbers for many, many years. So I think the Atlantic Flyway is going to be somewhat lower this year. That's what I'm predicting. And especially in my state, man, I can't even talk. Especially in my state of South Carolina, I think we're going to see low numbers again. The only way that I see us getting higher numbers is going to be in weather patterns. Now, I'm not a meteorologist. I don't claim to be one. But I'm looking at long-term predictions for this upcoming fall and winter. And it looks like from much of the country, the Central and Mississippi Flyways, you're going to have roughly around normal conditions, maybe slightly below normal conditions. So the weather will be a little bit lower, be a little bit cooler. Along the Atlantic Flyway, I look at it, and from what I'm seeing from the predictions, and I've gone over several forecast models, it looks like we're going to have above average temperatures, about what we had last year. Now, we're going to have some cold days. Don't get me wrong. We will have some cold days. But I don't think it's going to be enough to really, really push the birds really hard down the Atlantic Flyway. I think states like Maryland, Virginia, and possibly North Carolina, mid-North Carolina, those guys are going to see some good action this year. But anything, I think, below that imaginary across-the-board line in North Carolina into South Carolina, I think you're going to see below numbers again as far as the waterfowl. Now, South Carolina has its own issues. We've talked about that in the past around food and whatnot. So I think most of the birds, if they do get pushed into South Carolina, they're going to pass right on through, keep on heading south until they get into the very food-rich area of Florida. Anyway, that is pretty much my predictions as far as the weather goes, and as far as the birds, I think it's going to be roughly the same as it was last year. Now, I am going to read off because I just cannot remember all these numbers, just in case that you haven't seen it. The mallards, they're down 23%. Now, you got to remember something. We haven't done any counts for the past 2 years because of the COVID. So mallards are down 23%, gadwall down 18%, American widgeon is down 25%, green winged teal down 32%, Blue-winged teal, which is actually coming up very shortly, it's up 19% and up 37% in the long-term averages. Northern pintail is down 21. Shovelers are down 17. Redhead ducks, they are up 35% and 36% up in the long-term averages. Canvasback down 10%, and bluebills about remain the same as they did in previous counts. Guys, that's what I predict. That's what I see. If you see something different, if you thinking it's something different, do me a favor. Leave a comment down below. Hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think is going to happen this year from what you've seen in the past. Me, I think it's just going to be an average year, below average year on the Atlantic Flyway, and in South Carolina where I'm at. So we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365.